stop caring what others think. A lot of people live their life not governed by their own opinions and their own things that they want in this world. A lot of people are shackled by the opinions of others and they don't get to express themselves freely. But what I think is that in your life, the best way to live is to live with total freedom. And a lot of the times there's many freedoms that are hard to come by and that are hard to achieve. But one of the easiest freedoms that I've learned is your freedom of speech, basically. Just being free to express yourself. If you want to wear a certain pair of clothing, you wear that clothing and you don't care what other people think. If you want to speak a certain way, you speak that way and you don't care what other people think. The best way that many of us could get over this is by slowly integrating that mindset of just, it doesn't matter. I've noticed this with a lot of friends that I have at school and a lot of acquaintances that I talk to. A lot of them wouldn't do certain things because they're scared of rejection, honestly. I had a friend that at the beginning of the school year, he bought a pair of clothing. It was a real nice hoodie, but he didn't want to wear it. And we had went shopping, so I saw him buy it, but he never wore it. And I asked him, why don't you wear it? And he said that he doesn't want people to say anything about it, so he doesn't wear it to school. He says that he only wears it if he goes to like Walmart or something. And I thought that was crazy because the fear of judgment stopped him from wearing a piece of clothing that was very nice. It was a nice purple hoodie. It said the Savior or something on the back, right? It was very cool. But the opinions of others stopped him from wearing that piece of clothing. And it doesn't have to do with just clothes or anything like that. There's a lot of people that won't go to certain places because they feel like they're not ready or they feel like they don't look good, believe it or not. There's some people that they won't go talk to somebody or they won't even say hi to somebody or how's your day going just because they feel like that they would be burdening the person by talking to them. That mindset is a very narcissistic mindset, even though a lot of people don't believe it, because narcissistic mindset is usually that you're better than other people or you have something people don't. It goes both ways. If you're very focused on yourself and you're always thinking about what you're doing and how you're feeling and you never attribute to anything else, right? You're always focusing on yourself. That's still a narcissistic mindset. In the grand scheme of things, nobody cares. I think that's the best lesson that people could learn is nobody cares about you. And I don't mean that in like a very sad way. Your mom and dad likely care for you, your sister, your family, things like that. But strangers will not care for you. Um, their opinions don't matter. They don't give a shit about like how you dress or anything like that. I mean, they might clown on you if you talk a certain way or something. They'll judge you and laugh at you. But at the end of the day, they're always gonna forget it. Like kids that bully people at school, a lot of the reasons why they do it is just an insecurity. They're insecure as well, and they want to make sure that they feel like somebody's beneath them so they can feel good about themselves. And it's a very sad thing that a lot of people have to go through, unfortunately, where they have to live their life day by day getting bullied by others just for trying to express themselves. But honestly, I find that so amazing that some of those people that still get bullied, they still get talked down to, and people still treat them badly, they still continue to dress how they want to dress and be how they want to be. I think that's one of the greatest things that we could all try to learn from is just to be free. Because it's definitely very hard, especially at the start when you have a very opinionated mindset. When you always go to friends and you ask them, hey, how does this look? Does this look good? Like, should I wear this? Should I not wear this? When you do that, you get the opinions of others, and subconsciously, you rely on others' input for your output. Another way that could be shown is like when you post something or like a picture of yourself and you're waiting to get likes, and if nobody likes it or you get a lot of likes, you'll see that people like that. So you continue to dress like that, or you continue to do what you did on the story. Um, Validation definitely comes from a lot of people, and to get into it on another video, which I'm not going to speak about it right now, a lot of this just comes from childhood and how you grew up and your coping mechanisms. For example, some people will find that they try to appease others because when they grew up, they learned that appeasing others made life easier for them. They got more friend groups or whatever because they appeased how other people wanted them to be, or they were treated the way others wanted to treat them, or anything like that. But the most important thing, my bad, I got a little bit off topic, but the most important thing is definitely just being free. I keep saying it over and over and over, but you just have to realize that nobody really cares in the grand scheme of things. A lot of people don't know who Napoleon Bonaparte is, which he was one of the greatest people ever. They don't know who Alexander the Great was. They don't know who Genghis Khan is. Those guys ruled over the world. Like, they ruled the world. They had such power and such influence, and they didn't pass away that long ago. It was a little while ago, right? A couple hundred years or centuries that they've been gone, but people don't know who they are. And if you really think about that, it kind of makes it a little bit sad that people don't know who they are, but it shows you in a way that if those people, right, these great men of history can be forgotten, why couldn't you be forgotten? And the saddest thing by far is living a life that's not yours. When you live to the expectations of others, you don't appease that mental voice. That little voice in your head that's telling you how it wants to live and what it wants to do, you don't get to appease that. And you're living this life for other people. But what you need to realize as well is so many different versions of you exist in other people's mind. Some people see you as a very talkative, annoying, funny person, and other people could just see you as quiet, serious, untalkative. Some people could see you as very disciplined, very goal driven, and others could see you as lazy and like a couch potato. You'll never be able to present yourself the same way to other people. So the best way to handle that is just by doing what you want to do. People will always form their opinions about you through their life. People have been treated bad by somebody, or someone kind of manipulated them, and they were nice to them in the beginning. If you're nice to somebody, they'll likely think that you're trying to get something from them, so they'll treat you bad. If you're mean to somebody, it kind of goes the same way. If you try to live to appease the opinions of others, you'll never be able to appease yourself. But if you live to appease yourself and help yourself and make yourself feel good about your life and about your situation, that's whenever I think your life will start to go good, and it'll start to feel good. I think that's just the way it has to be. I hope y'all enjoyed this talk. If y'all stayed till the end, I hope y'all have an amazing day.